Yo, what is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name's Daimien Kamiya, I am the Omni King, and we're just gonna get right into the game here. Cause I don't have a whole lot of time. I almost, if anyone noticed, I actually almost canceled this stream. Like, straight up, I actually made a post on YouTube, and when I was about to paste it to Twitter, I said, fuck it, deleted the post, and committed to my 3 hours of sleep. So I am very tired, and it's probably going to hurt me because I'm going in for a longer shift at work today, but I didn't want to delay the stream again. So let's just get in here. We're event stalling again. So I still need to reconfess to Amber, which I can actually do really quick. I double checked this after stream. When the game oh, speaking of the game crashing, I don't have any of my cheats up. I just realized I didn't have my, my cheats on. But I'm going to go talk to Amber. Alright. Yeah, when the game crashed, alright, that should be everything. When the game crashed, my confession to Amber didn't go through. Oh, what? Oh, here we go, yeah. We already confessed to her. And, but because the game crashed, I have to reconfess. I considered doing it last, when I double checked to see if that happened or not. But I knew I'd forget, so. Holy shit, this is worse than the last one. I'll come back. Once again, we're gonna freeze time, so that way I can harvest all these crops without.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wait, is there a festival today? Was I actually able to confess going into a festival? Because I didn't think you could. Unfreeze time now. I think he said Arthur was the favorite to win, but I don't even remember how this festival works. Yesterday you were so excited about all you can eat cake. What?
It is bright morning, but...
Oh, goodness, there are too many delicious foods to be had. Oh, I know. If we all eat too much and gain weight, we can go train with Forte. What? Sounds like a good plan. Dolly, are you going to do that too, doll? And I gain too much weight? I may think about it. Hey, Lizrael. Yeah, just tired. With like 3 hours of sleep. Right, it's a knight's duty to respond wholeheartedly to all reasonable requests. Second, Alright, we already read
Good
this.
morning. Honoring the season of No thanks. Good morning. Well, the sun is up.
It's so tough.
I think the store opens at 9?
Good morning. Welcome.
Illuminata?
The game's afoot. I thought I had a... Let's try our best today.
Alright, let's see what Arthur has for sale.
Good morning. Welcome. Let us try our best. Welcome.
I did come to learn that, Frey, the female protagonist of the game, is actually voiced by the same voice actress that voices Neptune in the Neptunia games.
Good morning.
I also realized that recently Neptunia games have been released and I never noticed. One second. Yeah, 2 games came out this past year and I didn't even know. One seemed to be a racing game though. Neptunia Riders versus Dogu. And then Neptunia Game Maker R Evolution. Hmm. I forgot to wishlist them when I learned that, so I wishlisted them now.
Morning.
Welcome. Welcome.
I need to sell grapes and oranges, I guess. No, I already bought those. I hate how it doesn't update how many you own until... So, like, after the fact.
Please come again. Good morning.
Hi, Raven. I'm just kind of buying one of everything because I don't really remember what flower I have and have not sold. I just know that these... I don't know if these two have grown.
Well, come again. Sorry.
Morning.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't know. I'm just trying to find things to do while I try to level up,
morning.
while I'm waiting for events to trigger.
Morning.
Here.
Morning.
Hey, Amber.
Thanks.
Thanks, I'm glad you came. Sure. So, can I hear your answer? Yeah.
No.
Die. Yes. I'm sorry. What? I can't answer. Going out with someone means being together with the person you like lots, right? Right? But I like everyone lots, so I can't be together with everyone who likes me too. Well, that's not... I know that's not what you mean. I know it takes more than that, like love and romance, but even though I know what the word love means, I don't actually know what love is. I even asked Lily about it. She said that as long as I'm honest with my feelings, that's all it takes. But I just don't know. I'm all confused inside. So Di, could you tell me? What do I need to really go out with someone? You know the answer to that, right?
When?
What is it? I don't know either. Still don't get it. What made you want to go out with me? I love you. Oh, then you're just like me. Isn't it okay that way? No, why? Because I chose you. Yeah, you're only the 4th girl I've confessed to that has agreed to date me.
Yeah.
But everything I love, you're the one I love the most. That's not necessarily true, Di. Don't lie. I want to be with you more than anyone else. Again, don't lie. That's all. So that's going out with someone? But I want to be with everyone. But you chose me out of everyone? So I guess I'll let you. Huh? I still don't get what it means to go out. But I'm starting to think that's okay. So please go out with me. Okay. Alright, I'm now dating 4 of the 6 girls in town that I can date. Huh? Umi told me that boyfriends and girlfriends pick names for each other. Wait a second. Does that mean you knew from the start you'd go out with me?
What?
So what do you want me to call one? Pick one. What do you want me to call you? Master sounds weird. Let's go baby. I feel like that fits her vibe. Wait, did I click deer? Uh-oh. Why is it updating from baby to deer? Oh, it's a little early for that? What? I guess darling? I can call her master? Okay, honey.
Yeah.
Honey tickles. Alright, let's use those names. And looking forward to having lots of fun together with you, darling. And I with you.
It's a serious game.
Any good bad thing? Yes, you could say that. There are so many ways.
Never give up. Well,
Yeah, just as long as she's on the right
in
map.
that case. Yes. Good morning.
I believe I've talked to everyone too. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's go plant our crops. Okay, everything else is level 10, so that means it's getting planted over here. Don't worry, once I get all level 10s, I'm gonna destroy my crops, so if it looks all haphazard, I'm planning to organize it later. Isn't boiled pumpkin something I can make? Do I not have the, do I have to turn on the all recipes cheat? Yeah, there it is. Boiled pumpkin. 25, 820. Okay. Yeah, boiled pumpkin is better. And it's one ingredient that regrows. So I'll probably discontinue sweet potatoes for pumpkins afterwards. Alright, time for the eating festival. Or eating contest. I want to participate. He's gonna tell me the rules again anyways, so... Now then, allow me to explain the rules for the eating contest. Whoever eats the most within the time limit wins. Simple, quite simple. Everyone will begin On my signal, try to be the first to grab your desired food item. Be many fruits, but dishes have a higher point. Best to avoid the dreaded failed dish, however. Also, please note that eating in this contest works a bit differently. Once you pick up a food, press X repeatedly to gorge yourself. And gorge yourself. The faster you press, the faster you'll be able to wolf down your food. More thing, your points and time left will be shown in the upper part of the screen. Please keep an eye on these statistics as you go. Are you ready? Eating contest begin. Oh, it's like a fucking Mario Party minigame. Oh, I won! I got the achievement for it. The contest has ended. I shall now announce the results. Third place is taken by Margaret with 6,050 points. Right, I did my best. The place is taken by Porcelain. Why was Arthur the favorite to win then? He didn't even place. 12,550.
Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations on winning.
I basically beat Margaret and Porcelain's combined, or Borico's combined score.
Till we meet again.
Okay. What? That's true.
Oh, wait.
Bye.
One thing I don't like about this game that I liked about 5, and I think even 3 did it,
Did you know?
where they would congratulate you on winning if you won. They're always on about. They freaked out about that stuff too much, if you ask me. Besides, way cuter if they have a little bit of chub to them. Each their own, I would think. However, it is a delicate topic with the ladies. I would broach it very carefully. Good point, huh? Example: don't tell Margaret you've gained weight, even just in passing. Never followed up with "you could never stick to a diet" either. Sounds like you have some very specific experience, Stylus. To tease knowingly is one thing, but to say it unknowingly with a straight face is simply foolish. Whatever happens, Keel, do not grow into a man like him, understand? Hey, what are you pointing at me for? Right, I won't. Listen to him, I'm awesome.
Congratulations. Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations. Yes. Thank you. How is it? Did you know? Oh, did you hear?
I'm really glad that events in this game don't consume time.
Hello.
Wow, what a fun festival. That was excellent.
How nice your manners, it doesn't change the fact that you wolf down cake all day.
Hello. Hi. All right. Oh dear. Welcome.
Alright, I'm not gonna confess to Amber or to Forte or... Ooh, I have the chocolate cake here for you, by the way.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm hungry.
Congratulations. Hello. Working late?
How is it?
Working late?
Yeah.
Look what great weather.
Very autumn already.
That's true. Hello.
You know what? I understand. You know what? What?
Really, how can it be mad at you?
Hi. There's nothing a great detective can't do.
Right, definitely gotta get that corn cereal sold.
Congratulations. Oh, did you hear? I did it.
I don't think there'll be any events today.
Can you do it?
I choose. I did it.
Good job. Oh yeah.
It's good, yeah?
Today's task is
No hit. Go!
Congratulations!
Let's do some requests. Onigiri Tabado.
Fantastic!
having fun. Congrats. Whoa. Here.
Oh! See, that was actually a useful reward. It cost me a rice to... It cost me a rice, which you have to buy to make that onigiri. So then, that was nice. I'm confused as to why this is lying to me. It says required RP 152, but then I click here and it says 33,000. Alright, where's Margaret?
Good job.
Hi.
Good job.
Won't be able to check out those seeds until tomorrow, though.
Hi.
Wonderful.
Don't give up. What do I do? Yes, order. Yes. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
I mean, the only thing else I can do is nationalize bads. But this is so fucking expensive. Hmm.
What do I do?
Um. Oh wait, did I just get an invisible? I got it. I got 2 invisible stones. I honestly didn't think I was ever gonna get one in this playthrough. That's crazy. I need 1 more. So I need to sell 1 for shipping. But there's 2 items to craft with them.
Good job.
Fantastic.
Because you can make the, here, we'll sell that. Yeah, I was the and then I read the description. Leaks, yes, leaks. Wielding them makes you feel like singing polka. Me and the game had the exact same mindset there.
Yes!
Was there not in... So there's an invisible sword, and I swear... There was a... Like, so you can make an invisible sword. I swear to God... There was a dual sword version of the invisible blade. Oh. Just grabbing a bunch of weapons that... weapon. Go back to dual blades. Alright, we're gonna sell all of this stuff. Where's the, there it is, the other invisible stone. And a stone that's invisible. Difficult to find for obvious reasons. It's classified as a monster in a country to the east. I think I did burn up all the gold I just farmed, though. Especially these... Oh, I need to sell, like, the gorgeous dual blades. The fact that it cost me 12 just to make a couple weapons... I suppose I can make a little bit of a push towards, Maya Road. Give me back the rune spheres. Hey, Ruka! Yeah, you as well. I've really been meaning to join one of your streams, but I saw the waiting room for one of your streams. It was like 4 a.m. and I'm like, I don't think I'm joining that stream. Bit out of my wheelhouse in a time frame, but if I ever get the opportunity to, I'll swing by and say hi. We need the rune spheres for Lord Ethelbert. Our lives are actually at stake here, you know. We don't have the rune spheres anyway. That's right, they're in Lord Ethelbert's hands. I don't think you should have said that. It's alright. I still haven't said that Lord Ethelbert is being safely harbored in the Sex Empire. Well, now you have. Damn it. It looks like everything's ready now. It's the end for you. Come fire some! Oh, this is the clone of the fire dragon. Damn it. Run away! Run away! Wait. Okay. Sometimes being Canadian isn't. Yeah, I'm in Canada. I don't know what UTC that is, but I'm Eastern. Oh! Eat your sweet potato. Ouch. Ah, Singapore. Yeah, okay, that would make sense. You can never guess too, because like, for example, I stream at my time because I work nights. So I actually stream before I go to work. We actually defeated it. Eek! I considered streaming after, but then I realized that it's just like, I feel like that's just gonna throw me off more, and it also puts me at streaming at like 1 or so in the morning, and I'm like, feel like it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a coin flip either way. Increases your level. Hey, Angel, how are you? Eat the power of darkness. It's white grass! Oh my god, I've been wanting white. I've been needing white grass for god fucking forever. You know, there's one thing I've learned, Ruka, about while VTubing. It's how incredibly talented people are from like the sea region. Like, cause like I go on Fiverr and it's like so many people are from like Indonesia and like similar area countries, and it's just like there's so many talented people from the region. Where is the fucking portal thing from? It's up here. Oh, did I destroy that chest? There's a house here. Hello. Oh, I'm Tart. I'm training to be a cooking master. Do you believe in destiny? I do. More than I believe in ghosts, anyways. Ghosts are silly things. Oh, but aliens. That's the real mystery, you know. It's hard to say which is more likely. Made some delectable dishes today as well. Would you like to try some? Sure. So please come again tomorrow. I've sold this already. Evidently. Oh, I've not sold ice cream. I know that. I'm trying to keep searching for more white grass. Because I need to sell one, and then I need more to craft shit. Okay, so I'm being dumb here and not including fire on my list. Oh, more white grass! Are these diamonds? Yes, they are. Awesome! I can farm diamonds now too. Kind of just trying to unlock the map here.
Damn it!
Let's get out of here. I gotta go to bed because it's hitting midnight here. Alright. Let me just head up here and sell off some stuff that I have unshipped that I found. I'll sell this. I'm gonna go fight the fire dragon again. Yeah, I think my stinger... No. Something in my description was made by someone from Indonesia. I know that. I think another was Bangladesh and... my description contains the people that made like my overlays and stuff, and I don't remember exactly where everyone's from, sadly. Oops. Let me check. Like, obviously it won't say anything in my description, but yeah, like we got Muramon, Rajaj, and Catalogs. I think one's from Indonesia, one's from but yeah, like just like when I was shopping around seeing like who I wanted to use, it's just like Indonesian, you know, like it's like all from the same region, you know, a couple Singapores there. Oh yeah, that's true. That's what I think I've heard, is that like if you if like I heard this, like, you know, reading some like forums and stuff, that like if you're from certain countries, it's actually way more profitable to pick up a job that you can do over the internet, like editing or like, you know, if you can build an art career kind of thing, because just because of the exchange rate, like what the value, if we're gonna use the American dollar as the standard, like a lot of the world does for whatever reason, it just contains much more value in several countries in the world. Especially when you consider things like similar services. Like, obviously, I watch a lot of, like, ASMR type, like, massages and haircuts and stuff like that. And, like... What did I need the white grass for specifically? Mystery potion. Is there anything else I needed it for? Formula C? You can be invincible! Or not. But it cures all status effects, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. I kinda wish the Canadian dollar could be that stable. I think that, like, we're just north of America, and we're about 60 cents to every American dollar. So I can make some of this stuff. I have nowhere near the RP to make it, though. That's what the crystal flowers are for, I guess, is they're used to craft this stuff. I suppose it's nice to have like a currency everyone can agree is kind of the standard, but at the same time it comes with its own problems. But that problem starts to become too political. Like I remember, like I work retail. And I remember I had an old manager that always got like, he would always point out how foolish it was to pay for people to pay American, like with American currency, like even coins, because sometimes the coins just get interchanged because we technically use the same coins from, like Canada doesn't use pennies anymore, but like 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, and 25 cent are all the same. And he would always be like, so like the company I worked for at the time would you could pay an American, but we wouldn't accept the exchange rate, right? So like if you paid with an American dollar, we would accept it as a Canadian dollar, but right, so we wouldn't accept the exchange rate. So my manager was always like, he would always advise people not to do it and would find people foolish for doing it, because for basically every dollar you're losing 25 cents, right? It just seemed kind of pointless. So I'm gonna use my cheat here, because I'm going to do skill EXP. I'm going to max it. Then I'm going to turn on cooking and crafting costs 1. I'm going to make this. Yes. I'm not going to use them. I'm just making them to sell, so I can get the shipping requirement and then level myself up there too. That's really what I wanted to do. Crafting was a bit lower than my other or chemistry was lower than my crafting and my in skills. But yeah, like, we also had to be careful with American money too, at least for bills, because so America still uses paper money. Canada actually uses plastic money, and plastic money is actually much harder to counterfeit. Not impossible, but harder. Paper money though is relatively easier to counterfeit. So in a lot of cases, at least at that company, we refused to accept any American currency over $10 because it was just so easy to because like anything higher than that, like at one point my store did get hit with a fake 50.
Let's go.
Ooh, dear God. That's
I did
a
it.
lot of crops to farm.
I did it. Yeah.
Ah, stop.
Finally. I did it. Yes. Thank God. Thank God. I did it. Yes. Finally. Wow. Thank God. Yes.
Yeah, and like obviously that's a lot of money, especially when you consider
Yes.
like even in Canada that's a lot of money, right?
Yes.
So like
Thank God. Yes. Yes.
like it's a lot of company for a lot of money for a company to lose,
Yes.
right? Like obviously you don't want to lose any money. So I will never say counterfeiting money is easier or easy to do because obviously there's a lot of checks they have to do to counterfeit. Once again, I'm going to freeze time so I can get my crops harvested in time.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I did it. Ha. Ha. Ha.
Oh,
How are
Hi.
you?
oh, Doug's birthday's tomorrow? Too bad I can't get any friendship from him. Now, the reason I'm freezing time, by the way, is because I want to keep leveling up my crops, and I can't level up my crops until they sell. What is the stats on this? Okay, that one's not bad. That's actually insane attack right now, to be honest, but I'm gonna sell it. But yeah, never say, and like, obviously you have your, like, you need to know what you're looking for, too. Like, I've been taught what to look for when it comes to fakes, but that kind of comes with the business of being in retail. Honestly, if there's one thing that always... So, one thing that annoyed me about Canadian money was so our bills all had one person on them, right? And then at one point, I think they changed one of the bill. They changed the 10. So the 10. So the people on our bills, the 5 had Sir Wilfrid Laurier, who is historically considered one of the best prime ministers in Canadian history. The 10 was Sir John A. Macdonald, who's our first prime minister. The 20 is Queen Elizabeth, who is the queen for a good chunk of Canada's history. As well as, I believe she was the queen when Canada became independent, too. Because believe it or not, Canada did not become its own independent nation until after World War I. He was still technically British governed to a degree. The 50 is William Lyon Mackenzie King, who is Canada's longest serving prime minister in history, having served more years than any other. I believe it's about... How long? William Lyon Mackenzie King. Length. 21 years and 154 days. So roughly 22 years. Making him the longest serving prime minister in Canadian history. Not consecutive, mind you, but yes, longest serving. He also has one of the greatest stories I know in Canadian history. It's known as, oddly enough, it's known as the King Byng Affair. And then our 100 is Sir Robert Borden, who, despite his controversial time as prime minister, was prime minister during the First World War, and was one of the leading reasons as to why Canada became its own nation. Basically, after the war was over, he basically said to Britain, hey, we helped you with your war. We want to be independent now. And I think that led to a lot of other countries kind of saying the same thing. And it led to a lot of British colonies to become their own independent nations. But yeah, so Sir John A. Macdonald was on the 10, and then they took him off. Or no, then they added 3 people to the bill, which I thought was really cool. Now there's 4 people on the bill, all historical figures for Canada. Then they took him off and put a woman on the bill. And I forget who it was. But I think someone told me she was effectively the Rosa Parks of Canada. And Rosa Parks was basically a black woman that refused to get off the bus in America during like the peak of racism, the Martin Luther King movement, etc. They had the whites in the black section on the bus, and she refused to get out of the white section. She was like the Canadian version of that. I think it was over in like Nova Scotia. She refused to get out of like the whites only section in a movie theater. And the thing is, I have nothing against that. But my opinion is, we didn't need to change the 10. Like, couldn't we have changed the 20? Like, so that maybe the 20 could have been a lot of historically great Canadian women. Like, they only ever modified the 10, and this is my problem. I don't see why they couldn't have just added more people to all the bills, right? Like, because there's a lot of historical figures in Canada. Like, I think they just added Terry Fox to one of the bills. But I actually want to kind of quickly go over the King Byng affair, because I want to explain. Like, I obviously don't know the entire like, I can cliff note it really quickly. I just remember learning it in school and thought it was so funny. So in Canada, we have a governor general. which is basically they serve the role of the queen when the queen is not in the country. Even though we're independent, they kind of like serve as like a role that can kind of override the prime minister if need be. It's a weird role. I don't really fully understand what the governor general does, but basically when it comes to certain governmental rules and stuff, the governor general has authority over the prime minister. One of those is the vote of no confidence. So when the House of Commons, so basically the prime minister can put forth motions, and if the House of Commons, all the elected representatives in Canada, vote, if the prime minister loses the vote, they lose the confidence of the House, which basically means you get ousted. It's that simple. If one thing you propose is shot down, you're out. You straight up lose the being prime minister. This is why you have to be so sure you can pass your ideas, and why there's a lot of political alliances in Canada when it comes to certain topics and stuff. Because if you get a vote of no confidence, you're out. So Mackenzie King ended up losing a vote. He got ousted. So the governor general at the time, Bing, basically said, "Okay, you lost, get out." And Mackenzie King goes, "No, I'm not getting out. Call an election. We'll just do a new election." He goes, "No, get out." And it just basically became a standoff between the two, where Bing's saying, "Get out. This is the way Canada works," and King's like, "No, I'm staying until you call a new election," because the governor general has the power to do that. He can just be like, "Well, we're calling a new election," but he doesn't want to because there's no need for it. Just get him out and put a conservative guy in. Eventually, finally, King steps down. They put a conservative leader in. I don't remember who it was, because he was only in office for like 6 months before they called a new election, and King won again. So like, the whole thing just kind of became really pointless. Yeah, losing vote of no confidence doesn't necessarily mean you can't be prime minister again. It just means that you, it just means that you can't, like, you just lose being prime minister for your current term. But yeah, to me, maybe it's just the way my history teacher in high school explained it, but I just found it so funny, where it's just like, being the prime minister, you should understand how the government system works. And King did. He just kind of threw a little bit of a tantrum and refused. And in the end, he kind of got proven right, because like there's an actual Wikipedia page on it, and that's legitimately what it's called. King Bing affair. King Bing affair was a 1926 Canadian constitutional crisis where Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King clashed with Governor General Lord Byng over Bing's refusal to dissolve Parliament for an election, leading to a political scandal. King's temporary resignation, Byng calling on the opposition to form a government, which failed, and King's triumphant return after winning the subsequent election, solidifying the principle that the Governor General must follow the PM's advice. Oh, I see. I didn't know. So apparently, prior to this, like the election that got King in office before the no confidence, he had a minority government. So that's why he probably, like, this is also why majority governments are so important. And to explain that, I don't necessarily know how Singapore's government works, but to explain so I would say Canada really only has about 4 or 5 political parties. What is it? Liberal, Conservative, Bloc Québécois, NDP, and Green Party. There, you could technically have others, but those are pretty much the five main. And you're not necessarily voting for a person, you're voting for a party, right? So I would vote for the representative of my region, and then that would become my MP in the parliament. And then the prime minister is just whichever party has the most seats in the government is really what it is. But just because a party has the most amount of seats doesn't necessarily mean the party has doesn't necessarily mean they have leading control or a majority, which is over 50% of the members of parliament, right? So majority governments, if you have a majority government, you can pretty much, unless you do something really dumb, you pretty much have control over literally anything you want to kind of establish.
Weather's not looking good. Whoa!
And the reason why I say that is because technically, like, if let's say like a party leader said, the prime minister says, hey, we're all as a party we're all voting this, you could choose not to, but it could be political, like, career suicide to disagree, which is why I said unless you do something crazy. If the leader does something crazy that leads to their own party voting against you, like, that's why we have the system we have, right? Like, so like if you do anything absolutely crazy, then that even people see it as a problem, that they can like, basically our government can oust you before you do anything wild. I'm not gonna lie, most of what I know about our government came from like a 7-minute Rick Mercer skit, and he's a political comedian. So like that's pretty much the extent of my of my knowledge of our government. We're supposed to have an entire, like, half a semester in school in grade 10 to learn about it, and I learned nothing.
Welcome, darling. Welcome.
Yeah. I will say that, like, despite having 5 parties, only 2 have ever been prime minister, and that's Liberal and Conservative. Bloc Québécois is mostly just Quebec, so like most people outside of Quebec don't vote for them. NDP is working class. They're generally considered the 3rd best, but they've never been voted in, at least for prime minister. I think they've won a few like provincial elections throughout Canada, but never federal. And then Green Party Green Party's lucky to get 1 seat sometimes. I remember once the Green Party leader didn't even win in her own region. Alright, I'm gonna have to end stream soon, by the way. It was gonna be a short stream today. I already knew that. But I figured it was that rather than just streaming at all. Yeah. I hope I wasn't. I feel like I wasn't really political because I didn't really say anything wrong, right? I was mostly just going over how government works here. Yeah. Yeah, oh, tomorrow's my day off, so I'm looking forward to enjoying my Monday. Yeah, you have a great day as well, Ruka. Hopefully I'll be able to find some time to hop into one of your streams. Might only be for a few minutes if I do, but...
Come again!
Morning.
Because I might only be able to hop in before I sleep, but... I've also, like, no joke. So I subscribed, like, right before you hit 700 viewers or subs, right? And, like, I was checking your channel again, right? When I saw that your next, like, the stream was, like, set at, like, 4 a.m. Holy shit, you're growing fast. Like, congrats on that. Like, I feel like you're probably gonna hit 800 before the, like, mid-February at this point. Maybe even before the end of January. It's actually, like, it's just crazy to see how fast you're growing. Yeah, it's always, like, I'm still, like, I'll admit, I've been doing this for 4 years, but I'm still thankful for the people that, like, show up. Like, Lizreal's probably my longest, Mr. Lizreal, that showed up earlier, is probably my longest, consecutive viewer. As in, like, someone that's been consistently watching me for the longest period of time. But he's not my first, but, like, I get happy when, like, you know, like, I know I can't expect everyone to, like, stick around. But when they come in and say hi and... you know, it makes me happy.
Come again.
Like, there's absolutely a difference between streaming alone and streaming with even just one viewer. I'm someone that likes to like, I like to kind of have conversations, right? So it's like,
Welcome.
there's some games that I feel like are far. Oh, I forgot that I unlocked a fish market for her. Huh. I don't think she sells any fish that I haven't already sold.
Morning. Welcome.
Nutlings is your community, right? I always refer to my you know, in my intro and outro as friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council. So Omni Council would be my my community. I guess that would be it. And then I always say friends and foes, because the mindset is like you're gonna have people that watch that aren't technically in your community, people that are just like that they just stop in and, you know, so I consider like those friends. And then you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that are just not gonna like you for no reason whatsoever. And I consider those people like they're technically foes. So I'm greeting the people that don't like me because I feel like that's the polite thing to do. Well, it's I need to redo my lore video, but because a shit ton has changed. But yeah, the whole lore behind myself is that like, so I'm the Omni King, which is like the reincarnation of a, I guess you could say, a godly being. And like there's other characters in my lore as well. One I actually have an image of I can pop up. So this is Adira Suliek. In my lore, she's known as the Dragon. So as the Omni King, my powers are imagination and order. Her powers are chaos and corruption, but not like evil corruption. In the mindset of my lore, corruption merely just means the change of consistency. So love gets corrupted to hate, but hate also gets corrupted to love, right? Like it's... Oh, I didn't realize my dungeon seed grew. In my lore video, I mentioned other beings known as Guardians. The Guardians don't exist anymore in my lore. The idea is basically I just had this imaginary world in my head. So I basically just said, hey, you know what? Let's establish this as my lore for VTubing instead. I didn't realize that grew, so now I'm gonna have to, wait a day before I can buy the next dungeon seed. There's 8 other characters established in my lore. And I think I need to redo... So, I have... So there's the dragon, and then you have the warrior, the judge, the elemental, the mage, the traveler, the monster, and then the seer and the engineer. But I might be changing the seer. Like, the seer... His character doesn't change, but I might change it to the psychic, because her powers are based off of psychics. Yeah, that's funny. I like the idea, because you're a squirrel VTuber, right? So the idea that you got hit by a truck and now you're isekai'd as a squirrel VTuber. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, so the lore behind the seer was that at one point in her lore, she could control spirit power and see spirits and stuff, like, but she doesn't actually have that anymore. I never found a way to make it work. She was actually originally called the psychic, but I changed her to the seer because the psychic didn't feel like it factored in spiritual aspects. But then I ended up but now that it's out, I don't really see a need for the seer, because the seer makes her sound a lot more passive, and she's actually not passive. If anything, I devise my characters into basically 2 categories. So I definitively say no one's a hero. But if I were to argue, about half the characters lean more on the side of good, and the other half lean more on the side, not necessarily of evil, but just, like, not necessarily morally correct. Some are bad, but, right? So, like, I would classify as a hero. Adira would be a villain, but that's because Adira is also a dragon. And so, all my characters are reincarnations of, well, 9 of us are. I describe reincarnation and rebirth as 2 different things. Reincarnation is sort of like in Naruto, if you've seen like Naruto, where Naruto's the reincarnation of Asura, right? The son of the sage of the 6 paths, where it's like, but he has no memory of being Asura, right? He just has sort of like the spiritual influence of that. I consider rebirth someone that's legitimately reborn, and that's what Adira is. Adira is fully reborn. But she's reborn as a dragon that can gain human form and stuff like that. And but because of that, she also has a different view of like humans and other creatures. She's not necessarily evil, but she's just kind of like has her own mindset and way of doing things. The warrior is good. She's very honorable. Not naively honorable. She believes in, like, give what you get kind of thing. So, like, if you're nice, she'll be nice. If you try to kill her, she'll try to kill you, right? Like a tit for a tat kind of thing. Judge is technically neutral, but neutral on what is sort of like on a karma scale. So she's like, if you do good, she believes you deserve good. If you do bad, she believes that you deserve bad, right? Like, she's kind of an objective judge, right? She can see the soul and like your sins and your virtues and stuff like that. The mage is good. She's actually the mage and the elemental are probably the 2 most heroic out of all of them, as they just generally believe in doing good and helping, just in different ways. And then the other 4 are the more bad, right? So it's like, the monster is just straight up, like, I wouldn't necessarily call her evil, but she has basically predator's instincts where everything beneath her is prey. So she just is basically the top of the food chain and instills the fear that would come with. And she's probably also the most physically violent too. Like, she will like split you in 2, like rip you apart. She can also regenerate very easily, so she's not afraid of getting hurt. The Traveler literally was raised by a crime lord and developed all the habits he has. So she literally believes in the phrase. Her catchphrase is, there are 3 types of people in the world: innocent mules, useful tools, and dead fools. That's her motto that she learned from the guy that raised her. So can't really get more villainous than her. The psychic, as I want to call her now, her story changed quite a bit. Initially, I actually had her as a passive. Like, very pacifist. She didn't like doing much fighting. I still kept her in the villain category, but then I realized that, like, all my other characters had relatively tragic lore stories, and I'm like, so who they are came out of the tragedies they went through. And I'm like, what if I made someone that just didn't have a bad life, right? Just, you know, she had a wonderful life, a nice existed, like, a wonderful family, lived in a nice town, like, nothing bad, right? And she just managed to destroy it all herself, but not in a bad way. Like, basically, to sum it up, she just grew up sick, and her entire family and, like, everyone around her is insanely overprotective over her, to the point that it's almost suffocating. She's mute, so she can't speak, but no one also wants to hear her out anyways, so she never gets to be able to voice her opinions or do things on her own. So she ends up, when she gains her psychic power, she kind of just goes haywire with it. Develops sort of like a pseudonym. Her name that she goes by now is actually not her birth name. She abandoned that name. She kind of went a little kind of crazy a little bit. In the search for her own freedom, and it may have come at the cost of killing her family, but you know. Speaking of killing families, the engineer, she is by far the most logical. Her entire mindset, it's kind of crazy. She controls emotion as well as technology, so but she also lives by logic. It's kind of a weird combination I made, but I made it that way. And logic makes it, but because of this, she is very, so basically just events happened that led to, she's an alien, and events happened that led to her having to commit genocide amongst her own race, which basically, just imagine an alien species that was growing so rapidly with high technology that they were constantly invading planets and basically committing tons of crimes, like war crimes, you could argue, in the processes of doing this stuff. And she's like next in line to the throne for the entire empire, and basically said, like, the only way to fix it is to just kill everyone. That was her most logical deduction. So she's not villainous, but she's willing to do, like, basically cruel or dirty things if she deems them the most logical act to commit. Right? She doesn't see the need, like, she doesn't see the mindset of, let's save everyone. She will see the greater good of most situations, and generally act upon that, even if it seems like a very cold truth to admit to, right? But, you know, so killing off her entire race, she deemed the more appropriate action. And we're talking about, like, a nonillion, I believe, was the number I looked up. Like, probably, maybe, I don't know. I just come up with random numbers. All I'd say is her race spanned multiple galaxies based off of the invasions they were doing. So that's, like, to the extent of domination her people had. They, you know. One other thing I always established, too, was that they basically would invade planets with, like, stealth drones, initiate conflict, record it as sort of like a television show, like reality TV, and then sell, like, profit off of that, like with merchandise and stuff. And then when either ratings died or things settled, they would then invade. Right? Which was, like, was the biggest trigger for her making her decision. Her entire lore stumbles across that discovery alone. Yeah, I have a lot of, like, I don't think I have all, like, the specific details written down, but I do, like, the characters have evolved a lot over the, like, probably I'd say the last, like, 14 years. I think I started around 2012, 2013. Some characters are remnants of the original characters I developed. The Elemental wields all 10 elements: fire, water, earth, wind, thunder, ice, metal, wood, light, and darkness. the original 10 characters each wielded a different element before they kind of morphed. And there's remnants in that within the engineer and the mage. As their names, the engineer is Laura Bolt, and the mage is Maddie Flare. Maddie used to be the fire wielder, and Laura used to be the electric user. Amongst the other 8, I added in other powers that they could have. Maddie ended up with general magic, and Taylor ended up with technology powers. And then eventually the elemental aspect of their powers just kind of waned. And like some others are pseudo inspiration. Like the warrior is Kendra Blade, but the original metal user also used to be a fighter that used like weapons and stuff, and her name was Taylor Gold, right? All their last names correlated to what their element was, which is where Flare and Bolt come in for the elements. I believe it was what, like, oddly enough, Kendra Black ended up kind of becoming the monster, which that's Miranda Cyrus now. There was, I think, Daphne Frost. Trying to remember some of them off the top of my head. Kendra Black was Darkness. I don't remember all of them, but... And then, like, the problem was I kept adding more characters in. I think at one point I had, like, 20 characters. It just became too much to keep track of. So I'm happy with having me and then 9 others. Think of, like, I'm the king. The dragon is sort of like the general, if you will. And then the others are knights. And that's actually a specific title, is they're the knights. And then if I were to ever, like, for some reason open membership in my channel, like Omni Council's my community, they would probably be like the executives of the council. The people in membership. But anyways, yeah, I gotta end stream. I gotta do a couple things. I have to leave for work in like 40 minutes. So I got a few things left to do. So with that said, so I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna do another full stream of Digimon, try and make some good solid progress. I believe we're about to encounter Dianamon, and deal with the twin conflict that's about that. Yep. And thanks for tuning in, Ruka. I appreciate you being here. Once again, I hope I can find a moment where I can tune into your stream. Yeah, and you enjoy your day as well. With that said, my name's Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King. Be a friend, foe, or member of the Omni Council. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.